Hey y'all, it's Amy from See Amy Draw. Welcome back to my channel. If you're coming back, if this is your first time, I'm Amy. I have a planner shop where I do a lot of doodles and such. But today I want to talk to y'all about my 2024 lineup. It has been kind of maneuvering and in the works for a couple months now, but I think I've finally figured out what I'll be using. I will have to record another video because I will have a couple other things that come, but those will mostly be for like my shop planner and stuff like that. But I did want to go ahead and take the opportunity to share what I do have. It looks like a lot, but some of these are like, this obviously is this year's Hobonichi Cousin, and then obviously I'm doing another one. And then I've added a couple things to the mix. So let's start. We'll start with the Cousin because I know I've been keeping a Cousin probably since like 2019. I probably have one from 2019. And however, this year was the most consistent I have ever been with this planner. So I'm definitely going to be using it again. The one thing I just love about this is that this year when I started using it, I decided actually on, these are so cute. They're little Snoopy stickers from like Target. My mom bought a pack and gave me some. I started at the beginning of the year and decided, you know, I'm going to actually like draw on this thing and then also maybe do some journaling and some planning. I played around a lot with how I wanted the layouts to look, and everything just kind of evolved to whatever I wanted it to be or needed it to be at that moment in time. So there will be pages that have more drawings, there'll be pages that have more photos. The more recent ones, I'm a little bit behind, but if you know me, then you know I'm totally fine with being behind or having blank pages. The last few weeks have been just lots of memorable moments, or last few months. And so I've printed a lot of photos using my Fomemo MO2 thermal paper printer. That is a mouthful. I will leave the link in the description if you're interested in picking it up. I absolutely love it. I have actually gone through maybe 2 rolls of the paper just doing these last few months, maybe like a roll and a half. So I started using it in like October, and then I just did it for fun. I was printing out little funny Halloween memes for days I just didn't have too much going on, and then I started printing photos. I do want to make some changes because one thing I really loved about this planner, at the beginning of the year, I was really good with like my weeklies, and I just enjoy how these ended up looking. Whether I was using a ton of stickers or even a kit, journaling stickers, and then I even have one. So this is basically like the same sheet. I wanted to see if I could do a whole spread with just one sheet of stickers. So I used the Valentine's Snoopy stickers, and it turned out so cute. And then I just used some washi from my shop, my little Baymoji washi. And then I just, yeah, like I said, I love how it turned out. I do have one spread in here that's all ink, and I absolutely loved it. So this is very like viewer stickers in here. I was using some Patreon stickers. Oh, this one. So I really love the look, and it really challenged me to just draw more, and this planner helped me, I think, grow with my doodles a ton over this year. So I'm excited to do this again, but I do want to keep up with my weeklies, whether if I'm just doing a recap or planning out my week. I'll probably just do like a recap because this is essentially like a journal for me. And then I don't really plan in this notebook, and I'll show you what I use for like actual planning, because I've had to learn a lot this year about just memory keeping versus like planning, and just kind of, I have to compartmentalize things. Like I can't have just one planner for everything. So I want to keep up with that, and then I want to use my monthlies for something. I know some people do like a sticker per day, which is a lot of fun and super cute. So I might do something like that in here, or just jot down a little highlight. So anyhow, that is the Hobonichi Cousin. She will be going with me into 2024. I just ordered the clear cover. I want to say I used the Midori clear covers, and I'll link that too, to put over it. I do have covers for this planner, but I don't tend to use them. I'll use them for a while, and then they just kind of get in the way. I really, what I've found, prefer just the notebook itself. Also because this thing is pretty heavy. So adding anything to it is just gonna bulk it up even more, and I just really don't prefer not to do that. So here's my Hobonichi Cousin for 2024. I ordered this from Atlas Stationers, which is a stationery shop located in Chicago. They had a Black Friday sale. I don't know if it'll still be going by the time I upload this video, but it's worth checking out. But I did, because I did order another Hobonichi Weeks, which I'll get into during Black Friday from them, because I had to pick up a couple other things anyways, and I needed, I'll get to it, I needed a work planner. So anyhow, so that is my memory keeping all right here. And you'll see kind of like how chunky this thing gets over time. I'm really just excited to start a new one and finish out this one, because it just kind of blows my mind when I open this up and realize like this is all that's left. Like, that just blows my mind. Now, like I said, I do have plenty of blank pages in here. Blank pages don't scare me. Large pages don't scare me. I've had to learn, like, you know, you don't have to fill in everything for these pages. I just really prefer the size, because on the days where I have a lot more going on, I like to have the space to do all that. But if I don't have much, or I just want to fill in a spread, you know, I'll go back and use it for practicing lettering, or just drawing something a little bit more intricate and more detailed than I typically do. If I don't have as much going on, I'll make my doodles much bigger. So that's just basically how I use my Hobonichi Cousin. And now let's move on to the next thing. The next planner in the lineup, my actual planner. So this is my, let me get these out of the way. This is my Passport TN. Yes, TN. I absolutely love it. I started using this again when Aurastell and Annie Plans released their passport size inserts, and I absolutely love it. I did have this in this cover, which is one that a friend of a friend made, and I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful planner. It's a beautiful cover. However, what I realized as I was using it over time, I had additional inserts in here and I just wasn't using them. I just didn't need it. It's very bulky. So I decided to see what the things I actually just need look like inside the Traveler's notebook cover, which is what I have here. This is like a limited, I think, edition Traveler's Train from Traveler's Company TN cover. They usually come out with like some fun design every single year, I think, but so this is the one that I have and that I'm using right now. I have a couple different colors, but I really like how much thinner and more compact this is, and it just has my bare essentials. However, I will say I love the Superior Labor. Like, this is one of those splurges that I had, and I just indulged myself a little bit. And oh, I got a bunch of stickers in here, and I bought this little cover. I don't use it as much. I don't find it as functional as like this wallet cover here, which I absolutely love. This clear cover here, which you can pick this up on Amazon. You can pick it up from anyone that sells these passport, the Traveler's Notebook stuff, because I think it is Traveler's Company. I'll have to check and see. But so in here, I just have this Superior Labor like wallet insert. I will apparently stick, because the thing about this is like I will stick stuff in here and I will forget it exists, because I can't even tell y'all how long this stuff has been in here. There's like an old insurance card, some old sticker freebies, probably from last year, probably, I don't know. Anyhow, that's all in there. And then I will tuck in some photos that won't actually, like, I don't have enough space for it. I like to rotate my pictures, but anyways, I just have photos of my kids in the front when they were little, and then me and my husband, my oldest. And then this is my Aurastell Annie Plans monthly insert. So each one of these little notebooks is built to be used for an entire month. So you have 2 pages per day. I'm going to show you a blank one because I'm not using it the way that it's designed to be used, and that's totally fine. So you got this really nice grid, and then you have 2 pages per day. So this side has like a timed side. I like to use this to map out like my errands or meetings or anything. And then this side I will use for like to-do lists. But if you like to journal and you don't have as much you want to journal, I always thought like it would be really cool to do like journaling on this side and then write down your things that you have to do on this side. There's a million and one ways to fill this notebook. I love these inserts that they only last a month. So each month I get to decorate a new cover, and that's really fun. And it's like setting up a whole new planner, and it's not very bulky, which is what I prefer for these inserts or for this particular size. So I have this is my November insert, which I didn't plan a lot in November because I just had a lot going on. Like this is my monthly, like stuff going on every single day, but it is an undated planner, so you can just pick it up when you need to. And then this is where like all of the day pages start. And for this, because I wasn't using it the way I normally do, this is typically how I would use it. So like I said, like planning here, and then just like to-do lists on the other side. I didn't have as big of a to-do list. Weekends I don't really plan too much, but so here's a great example. I have like a staff meeting at work, and then dinner plans and all that kind of stuff down at the bottom, and then to-do list. So that's basically how I use this particular insert. But in November I had a lot of stuff going on, so I just basically use this the same way I would use my field notes notebook, which I will show you here in a second. But it was basically just like a brain dump. So this is like a list of missing pages that I needed to catch up on. And I wanted to go ahead and like write down little snippets of things that happened that day, so I would better remember what to journal about. It's a long list. And then I did pick back up and use it. So see, I didn't start using this thing until the 18th, but I did like design lists because I had asked for suggestions in Patreon. So I wrote all those down, and then my Sunday, and then this was like me planning out what I was going to release for Black Friday or before Black Friday. And then Monday. And then this is some stuff for upcoming months that I want to consider doing or remembering. And then because it was November, I had some Thanksgiving cooking to do, and I was asked to make a pumpkin roll. So I wrote the recipe down in here, and then my grocery list. I also wanted to make banana bread, so I looked up a good recipe for that one. And then I got back into my planning. So like, as you can see, it's just whatever I needed for. And these pages were just to showcase some new like washi stickers I designed for my shop, which turned out so cute. I love how they turned out. And then back here, I just have some stickers from when I met Helen in Chicago. And then this is the back side of that wallet, and this just has like a ton of my minimal size stickers or my minimal design stickers. I make the sheets small so that you can tuck them into a tiny planner. And then these are just stickers from like bananas like that I bought at the grocery store. Yeah, anyways, there's that. And then in the back here, I have this little, what's it called? Pencil board. I usually keep it tucked in here for whatever day I'm on. And then this is my field notes notebook, which I love. I haven't used it as much as I did when I first started using this, but this is essentially like a brain dump, just like running lists, things I wanted to draw. So if I ever got to a point where I didn't know what I wanted to doodle, I would just reference this little notebook. I also have like themes for Patreon in here and things like that. Or like this, I think I was working on new releases, and I was just keeping a checklist of all the things I had to do for each listing and whatnot. So that was that. I did try to do like a coding, but maybe I'll have it for the new year. I did when I was in Chicago. Go to Stationers, Atlas Stationers, and I picked up 2 more packs of the field notes because I really love these. These are the National Park memo books, and each one has a different national park showcased on it. So I just love the colors and how they all look like together, and even on their own, they're just so pretty. So I picked up 2 more, so those should last me quite a while. So that is this is my everyday carry. I will take this places with me, and anytime that I'm carrying a purse or anything, this little doodad is most likely going with me. Now, speaking of like purses and things, I did just convert this little mini 5 plotter to a wallet. I saw a couple people on Instagram do it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And I will tag their pages below, so hopefully you can catch a flip of theirs. But I've had this for a minute, and I bought it with the intention of setting it up as a wallet, and then just never got around to it, but until recently. So the one thing I have in here is I used the Leuchtturm, what's it called, pen loop, and I'll show you how I have it set up in here. I don't prefer it. I'm not sure, so I do have the Plotter Bible, which I will share with y'all because I'm using this too. And this is like the pen loop insert. So basically with Plotter brand, they are known for these very small rings. I have another Plotter video, which I will share. But you can basically purchase accessories that are specifically designed to use with this ring planner. And one of them is this pen loop, page marker, this pen loop in here that I just prefer it just because it kind of like covers the whole entire pen. Whereas this one, it does get difficult when I'm trying to take the elastic off, and sometimes it'll just kind of get caught in the pen, but I'll order one eventually. So anyhow, this is my Mini 5. I think it's in the bridal leather, and I want to get the Pueblo. I want to get this in the Pueblo leather because I just love this leather so much more. It's a lot softer, but this is working just fine. So in the front here, I have this card or this adhesive pocket, which I got from a friend who got them from Target, but I didn't see them in my stores, but she luckily had a whole bunch and she gave me some. So they fit perfectly in the Plotter inside flap here. And then I do have the ring protectors, which my other Plotter video goes over like everything that I have purchased from Plotter and like for these planners specifically. And then these clear, like, what are called, inserts are from Espresso Co. So this one has like 2 secretarial pockets, and I just have a picture of Cinderella's castle from Magic Kingdom, and then one of my vinyls, a little emoji. I do have the monthly schedule in here. I don't know why. I didn't need it, but I got it. I don't know how to explain it, but my minimal stickers are about the only thing I can fit in this thing. I know other people can fit a lot more. If you were to turn it this way, you probably could write just a little bit in there, but I haven't tried it yet, obviously. I might try it later. So this is the monthly insert from them, which I believe they're sold out of the 2024 ones on their website, unfortunately. Not that I don't think I need them, but the option's nice to have. And then these are also inserts from Plotters, which are just like a list insert, which is really handy. And then another one of those clear inserts from Espresso Co. This is just a picture of Abby and my brother. And on this side, I have like my Shopify shop card, and then the Leuchtturm pen loop is like on the inside there. You can kind of see without me taking out my card. So it's not sticking out as much. And honestly, when I remove it, there will be a little bit of a residue. I can use some Goo Gone to just kind of get it off. It's not going to drive me bananas. And then I have some reward cards from coffee shop I go to where I buy my coffee from. And on this side, just a picture of my daughter. And then some more paper in here from Plotter. These pages are from Filofax though. So, and then I have the wallet insert from Plotter that I keep my debit card and a credit card in there. And then I have this back like a zipper pouch, which I want to say I got this from Espresso Co. And this just has some stamps and receipts and stuff that I needed to keep. And then this is a page lifter that has the elastic band. So you can absolutely use this without the elastic band. However, I'm not a big fan of it just like opening up in my purse and things potentially falling out and whatnot. I've never had an issue with that with the elastic band, so I just prefer to have it on there. So that's my wallet setup with my little Plotter Mini 5. I'll share an update once I need to get the pen loop. I think that's really the only thing I'm going to add to that, so maybe I won't share an update. And then we'll just kind of transition into what these are doing here. So I needed a work planner. So I have my shop, but I also have a job. I am a development director for a nonprofit here in Birmingham, and I just need a planner separate from that because, like I said, I like to compartmentalize things. I don't typically like to use one planner for everything, and especially for work. Doing what I do, I really have to be able to take notes during meetings and just kind of keep track of things, and prefer to keep all that information all in one place. So I was leaning towards getting another Hobonichi Cousin because I've used that for work and it is the best. The pages are huge, so I can write down like notes from each day, like meetings I had or things that I was doing, tasks that I was doing, and it was really easy for me to go back and reference all that information. But I did not want to, hey, they're pretty pricey. I think retail they're like $60, which is pretty expensive for a notebook. But I also didn't want to add the bulk to my backpack because I take my computer home every single day, and bringing it to and from everywhere I go, it's already heavy. And then I have a separate Leuchtturm notebook where I use for notes right now. I didn't want to add any more weight to that backpack. So I opted for a Weeks Mega. Actually, I didn't originally opt for this. I was going to get something else, but then I realized, this would be the perfect planner for me to use for work, given what I need it for, because the Mega has about 3 billion pages, blank pages back here. So as you can see, the amount of blank pages in here is more than the amount of weekly pages and monthly pages combined. So it's perfect. I can use this. There's a key here, which probably isn't big enough, so I'll probably add a key on the first blank page, but the pages are also numbered, which is really convenient. So my plan is, I have, obviously, let me just go through the rundown. I know y'all have probably seen 1001 Hobonichi Weeks videos and stuff. So you have this tracker here, which I'll probably use to track my hours because I do have to track my hours for work. And then the monthly section I can use for appointments and meetings and things like that. Deadlines, especially because I have a lot of deadlines associated with what I do. And then you go into your weekly pages, which here I can write down or kind of plan out my week, what I intend to do, or I can even track my hours. I have to track how I'm spending my time, like what projects I'm working on. And that's for like grants purposes and stuff, reporting out. We have to be able to report out like how much time we're spending on certain projects for certain grants that we have. So that's a whole nother thing. Anyways, and then I have this blank page on this side, which I can use for like quick notes. But for when I have meetings and such, I can go to the back of this notebook or this planner. I can sit down in here. I like to do, I think it's called, oh crap, is it the Cornell note-taking system? I think it is. But it's basically where you have, there's a line, or like a solid line down here. So that creates this one little column. I like to use this space where I write like a header. So for here, I would most likely write like the date and who I am meeting with. And then I'll use this space to jot down all those notes. And because these pages are numbered, I can write down the page number so I can reference it later. So if I'm sitting there thinking, oh, I had a meeting with so-and-so on this day, it was on the 28th, I'll write down like meeting with, but what did we talk about? I don't know, because that information is not here. I can write my notes in here and then reference like, oh, I met with her on this day, and those meeting notes are on page 88. And then, for example, you get the idea. Anyhow, that's how I intend to use this Mega for work. In conjunction to that, because I don't, as you've noticed, I don't have like really a monthly that I rely too much on, or a monthly that gives a snapshot of the entire year. So this is will be like where things blend a little bit, because my traveler's notebook, my passport, is mostly for daily planning. This is for like when my kids have doctor's appointments, or like I need to track more things and schedules. I have my plotter, which is a Bible size, and I'll show you a little bit of that. So because I need to be able to keep up with both my kids' schedules, they both do, extracurricular things, keeping up with that, keeping up with my husband's schedules, keeping up with, vacations or when my brother comes to town and stuff like that, or when things are coming up, I've been using this monthly insert and I absolutely love it. I've already purchased one for 2024, so I'm ready to go. But I will normally, when I go to a staff meeting or something, I will take this notebook with me because I update this monthly pretty regularly. And that way I can, as we're planning certain things or future meetings, I can say like, okay, hold on, let me make sure. And then this is what I use. I do not use my phone for the calendar app and all that kind of stuff. I do have friends that will send me like calendar invites for things and I will accept those. But as far as like me actually using that calendar, it's just not gonna happen. It's like the crisper in my refrigerator. It's where all the good intentions go to die. And I can't say that it won't always just be that way. Anyhow, so I have this monthly, which I love. And like I said, this is very minimal. I just chicken scratch stuff in here, whatever I have going on. Track like kids' ortho appointments, because there's a lot of those. Report cards, and I write down, I have the whole school schedule in here for the entire year. Trips, haircuts, and just like I said, everything. And oftentimes I'll write down like work meetings in here just so I have that to reference whenever I'm planning something for like my kids or whatever. So I have that, and then some cute stuff in here because I like to have cute stuff in my planners. This is the to-do insert from Plotter, and it's pretty cool. I don't typically use it for the way that it's designed. I will show you another part in here that you could, but just to show you if you're not familiar with it, you basically write down the task here, and then in this column you have like, you can track how much of that task you have completed, and then you can do this box to check it off when you're done. That's great for like projects and stuff, which I have something in here for that. I don't typically use this for project planning. I will rely on things like Airtable for that. But if it's something where I'm planning it and I know it's going to take a long time and I'm going to have like random thoughts. For instance, I did a workshop at the SGS conference this year. So I had one of these little inserts, so this is a folder and it opens up. I don't remember what I have in here. It says top secret. Oh, I do have something in here. But I can show you this part. But anyways, so it's this really nifty little folder. You can totally make this yourself. But I bought the ones from Plotter because I really like the colors. So you basically have your inserts that you can tuck inside and keep concealed. So if you have like sensitive information that I oftentimes will flip through this thing and forget what is in here and be like, oh crap, I forgot to cover that up. So anyways, that's great for that, but also for project planning. I think that's the way it was intended. For instance, here it says project, where you could write down the project name and then some notes and stuff like that. But I will use it for more of those like long-term things because I'll be out and about and I'll have an idea for something, and I already have my inserts separated out and tucked away in here. So I'll just write it down real quick and then it gets concealed away, which is really cool. And then I just did a bunch of doodles in here, which I need to go and add some more paper inside. I think I'm actually out of blank pages in here. I let my youngest stamp my stamp collection in here, which I've yet to like really use. So I'm hoping I can have a space to where I can use some of this stuff because it's so cute. But that was fun. And then these are just random notes. Let my kids draw in here, mostly Abby, my youngest. So these are like ortho notes that I keep up with and I update. I have that like, so when I go to the orthodontist with her, she's doing like regular checkups before starting her braces. I will have this page in here already and I just update it every time we go meet with the ortho. More pages, random pages. And then this is the pen page lifter with the pen loop. Is it Pilot or Platinum? I can never remember. I think it's Platinum. Curidas retractable fountain pen, which I will say I have this in fine. I have the Pilot Vanishing Point. This is Platinum because obviously I have the Pilot Vanishing Point, I love this one so much better, and it's a fraction of the cost. The weight of the Pilot is really great. My only thing, my only issue with it is that it's wildly expensive, and if I were to lose it, I would be very upset with myself. And this one has like a plastic body. You can get these on Amazon for like maybe $50, 50, 60 bucks, which is still a lot for a pen. But if you're wanting to try out this style of pen, I really just love this one so much more. And the ink never dries out. I literally used this today for the first time, and probably, I don't remember when I put the ink in here, maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, and it did not dry out at all. I made a list and everything, like from the moment the nib touched the paper, it was good to go. So it fits in here very snugly. And then this is just a like plastic wallet insert. I don't know what you'd call this. So if you're not familiar with the Bible, it is basically personal size with just these like itty bitty rings. So if you have like, if you want to make your own inserts, you totally can do that. And just use a hole punch that you would use for like a personal size planner, which you can pick one up on Amazon or Michael's. I'm like brain dead. And then this is the page lifter that has the elastic on it, as you can see. And then back here, this is a wallet insert from, I think it's Odd Girl Journals. I don't want to take this out because I know there's like a code on here. Yeah, Odd Girl Journals on Etsy. I saw this like Minions one, and it's so cute. And I have it, you can kind of see there's an elastic. So this is a jump band for a traveler size notebook, and I just looped it onto this little wallet insert. It's so cute. And then wrapped it around the rings, if you can see. So that's how it's fitted in there. And I love it. It fits perfectly. I really just have some things like, these are tags from when I took my husband pants shopping, or I got myself some pants, and I wanted to make sure I had the size and everything. So this is like a tag from a pair of pants I bought him and stuff. And then just some other random stuff. It's got 1,000,001 pockets, which is great. And then it's got this huge zipper pocket here, which I have something in here I need to take out and finish. This is like, these are like those accordion inserts for Travelers Company. And I started doodling all of the fun stuff we did at Disney when we went back in April with my oldest. And I want to finish it because it looks so cute. I don't know if I'll color it though, but this is just something we kind of started doing. We did it, the first time we did it together, and everyone drew on it. But this time, I guess, I was like, I actually started drawing this when we were driving home. So I need to finish it. But I'm glad I found it. I found it earlier when I was like flipping through stuff. Anyhow, that's basically all I have for right now to share with y'all. I'm super excited for a new year. I know this one was challenging in more ways than I would have hoped it would have been. But that's okay. A new year is upon us. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you got some inspiration, or if you were thinking about one of these planners and had some reservations or questions and I helped answer those. I hope so. If not, you can leave a comment down below and let me know if you like this video. And hopefully it's not too entirely long. If you were here this whole entire time, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I will catch y'all on the next one, where I'll go into some other stuff to share with y'all. But anyhow, I'll check y'all later. Bye.